Air signs, hello and welcome. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Welcome to your week ahead taroscopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week we are looking at the 6th to the 12th of February 2023. And this week I am working with two amazing decks. This is the Meraki Tarot and this is the Enchanted Map Oracle. So I'm going to move this one out of the way because we're going to use it at the end after I have finished grabbing some tarot. So let's shuffle Meraki Tarot and let's see what the week ahead has in store for all my air signs, for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So air signs, let's get a good shuffle. We're looking at the week of the 6th to the 12th of February 2023, as I said, and as I'm shuffling the cards now, I am setting the intention that we get cards to describe what it is that you need to be mindful of for the week ahead. What do you need to be focusing on? What is going to be happening around you? And where does your energy need to be positioned? What do you need to be focusing on for the week ahead? All right, let's just give a little overhead shuffle. All right, I'm happy with that. Okay, so air signs, let's cut the deck and let's see what we've got. Card number one, we have got aspiration. So in this particular tarot deck, there are a couple of cards, extra cards that have been added in oracles, and you definitely got one of them. We also have the lovers card over there, which is great. Aspiration, lovers, and the death card. I love that because lovers and death are, you know, they're the same but different. They're the same but different. And we have the 5 of cups. All right, so we've got our 4 tarots, put the deck away, and now let's give a shuffle to our Enchanted Map Oracle. So air signs, shuffling Enchanted Map Oracle, looking for a single card from this deck to complete our reading, to complete our message as to what the week ahead has in store for you and where your focus and your attention and your energy needs to be. Okay, actually let's do it this way. That one looks good. Right. They're going to fall over there. Let's turn it over and see what we've got. Oops. Intention. All right. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. So air signs. If I have a look at the cards that we have, first of all, these two obviously are standing front and center. They are taking my focus. It's the lovers card. It's the death card. I have to say to you with regards to the death card, nothing and nobody is dying. All right. Death is not talking about the actual ending of a person's life. Death card always talks about change and evolution. So the fact that we start the week off with aspiration. So if we look at this aspiration card, and I'm going to bring it forward to show you, we have this really cute little bear that's sitting on the floor, and he's sitting and he's patiently looking. There's a butterfly in front of his nose. There is this tree house here in front of him. And in this tree house, he knows that there is going to be some sweetness. He knows that there's going to be some yumminess for him. There is a swing over here, and we have a tiny little bird that is riding the swing, and we have a squirrel. I don't know if it's a rabbit or a squirrel. I'm going to go with squirrel, that is running up the ladder into the house. Now, the bear knows that this little ladder is not going to sustain him. It's not going to hold him. He knows that there is treats inside of this house that he wants, but he can't get there. But his aspiration, his excitement, his enthusiasm, his hope is that there's something for him. So what he's doing is he's called in his allies. He's called in the squirrel, and he's saying to Mr. Squirrel, listen, help me out here. I can't get there. You can get up there. You can go and see what's there, and then we can share. We can go halvies, all right? So the bear has been very clever. He is remained hopeful. He's remained optimistic, and, you know, he knows that there's something positive waiting for him, and he has utilized his resources to achieve it. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this week, you have to set the intention that you're going to reach the sweetness. You have to set the intention that you're going to find a way to rummage through that house to find whatever yumminess that is available for you, even though it's, you know, you shouldn't be doing it or whatever it is, doesn't matter. We're setting the intention to achieve the impossible. We are aspiring to succeed and to achieve something that would ordinarily seem to be impossible. Now, that brings me to these two cards, okay? The Lovers card. Now, if we look at the artwork, we have a beautiful, I don't know if it's an apple or a lemon tree. I'm going to go with apples. I don't know. We're just going to go with apples. And on the apple tree here, we have a butterfly, all right? And the butterfly, and can you see there, even we've got some artwork on the tree that says, me, love, you. It is so cute. So it's almost like, understanding what two things go together, understanding that you can't have one without the other. Now, I wonder if that butterfly hasn't come out of its cocoon that it was in that fruit tree. And now that it's come out, it has everything that it needs. The Lover's card is about love. It is about union. It is about connection. It is about two things, two separate different things coming together in a good way. Just like the bear and his honey, that's love. That is coming together. That is union, okay? Utilizing whatever he has. But the Lover's card is also the card that talks about you've got to know your fruit. You've got to know what you're getting yourself into. Like I questioned, is this apple or is this lemon? One is sweet and one is ridiculously sour. Both are good. Both have a function. Both serve a purpose. But if you're in the mood for sweetness and it happens to be a lemon tree, you're going to leave yourself feeling very disappointed. And that's the message that the Lover's card gives you. The Lover's card says to you, it is about coming together. It is about getting what you want. But it's also about understanding consequences of your actions and your behaviors. And that's where the Death card comes in, because we have to understand the evolution and the change that life is all about. So if you were hoping for apples, but you've actually got lemons, that brings about change, because now suddenly you have to adjust your recipe. You have to adjust your needs, wants, and desires. You have to adjust everything about yourself in order to take advantage of what it is that you do have. So we hoped for apples. We ended up with lemons. And now we have to make do with the lemon. So lemon curd it is. And how fascinating is it that the moth depicted on this card happens to be a lemon colored moth? I just think this is funny. Anyway, we have aspirations for apples. The apple tree turned out to be lemons. We're dealing with it. All right, we are dealing with it. Air signs, I hope you're understanding the message that's coming through. We do need to still set the intention that we want apples, okay? We mustn't give up. We mustn't immediately think, oh, well, you know what, let me just ask for lemons, because, every time I want apples, I get lemons, so let me just ask for lemons and hopefully I'll get apples. Don't do that. Set the intention that you still want the sweetness, that you still want the good that life has to offer you. Do not give up hope. Do not give up your aspiration, because things are changing, okay? And maybe this particular lemon tree is evolving and changing into an apple tree. And right now it may still be giving you lemons, but it will soon be giving you the sweet apples that you're looking for. Maybe the apples are just sour and that's why you think they're lemons, but they will. The more we nurture, the more we take care of, the more we have hope, then things will start improving. Our final card that we have here, and I'm going to bring it a bit closer to show you. It is the Five of Cups. Now, here we have a tortoise sitting on a little wooden stump, all right? There is a river that's flowing around him. He's got 3 cups on this end, and you can see that they've all turned upside down and they've emptied their contents. But these 2 on the other side are still looking fabulous. They still contain beautiful, lush flowers and greenery and whatever else. Our tortoise is thinking to himself, I need to get there because these are empty. These have no nourishment for me anymore. I want to get to there. He's climbed up onto this little wooden piece of wood, I don't know what it is, okay, this to get a better view, to see what his options are, to see there. But he's also now feeling stuck because there's this river that runs around him. So he's actually feeling a bit disappointed because it's so close and yet so far. And the message for all of you air signs this week as well is, just when things seem impossible, okay, these 3 cards, just when things seem impossible. Normally, usually, it's easy to fall into the trap of giving up, but actually, we need to keep looking there. We need to keep setting our intentions for the better, the opportunities. We need to understand that, okay, I cannot go straight, all right? He cannot go straight because there is a river. And maybe the river is, I know it doesn't look very big here, but maybe it's really deep. Maybe it's really, the current is flowing really quickly. So he has to understand the consequences of his actions. He has to change and adapt to his circumstances while never giving up hope, by setting the intention that one day, somehow, he is going to make it. He is going to get to the dreams, the goals, and the aspirations that he set for himself. So air signs, for this week, it's very important that you don't lose hope on whatever it is that you've got going on. Hold on to hope and keep doing something to bring you closer to your goals, closer to your aspirations, setting those intentions and understanding that change is inevitable and it's going to happen. All right. Air signs, I'm leaving it there. Short, sweet, to the point, and simple. As always, wishing you an amazing week ahead with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, my air signs.